Good morning, everyone. I hope you are well on this chilly morning. This story has a different name than the one in the book here. We know it as the fiery furnace. Not sure if we've done a craft on this before, but we will today. The story title is The Golden Statue. You can see that. I'll just kind of move it around. But that's it right there. That's the golden statue that the story is going to be telling us about. Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, was tormented by bad dreams. He consulted wise men, astrologers, and magicians, but none could tell him what his dreams meant. Eventually, the king lost patience, and he threatened them all with death, but still none was found who could interpret the terrible image of his nightmare. Among the wise men was Daniel, a Judean who had been captured by the Babylonians. He was one of a group of young noblemen of exceptional intelligence, strength of character, and good looks who had been chosen for special training. They had been taught the language and the history of Babylon, and after 3 years had been taken into the king's service. With Daniel were 3 others from Judea who were given new names by their captors: Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. The 4 men soon became good friends. They were all clever and quick to learn, but Daniel had a special gift. He was able to interpret dreams. Having been sentenced to death with the others, Daniel went to see the king. "Please, sire, let us have one more time. I am sure that I will soon be able to tell you the meaning of your dreams." To this, Nebuchadnezzar agreed, and Daniel and his 3 friends prayed to God for help. That night, God revealed the secret of the king's dream. Next day, Daniel went to the king, Nebuchadnezzar, and said, "God has done what your wise men could not, and has shown me the meaning of your dreams. As you slept, you saw a gigantic statue towering above you. Its head was sculpted with pure gold, its chest and arms of silver, its belly and thighs of bronze, its legs of iron, and its feet part iron and part clay." Suddenly, a stone smashed against the statue's feet and shattered them, whereupon the entire structure, gold, silver, and bronze, crashed to the ground, reduced to nothing but particles of dust. The wind blew the dust away, and the stone became a great mountain that covered the whole earth. "I will tell you the meaning of this," said Daniel. "The statue's head represents you, great king, and the parts made of silver, bronze, iron, and clay are the empires which shall come after yours, some strong, some weak, and easily divided, none lasting forever. The stone is the kingdom of God. It is greater than any kingdom on earth and shall never be destroyed." Nebuchadnezzar was so impressed with Daniel's wisdom that he knelt before him, swearing allegiance to his God. Loading him with treasure, he appointed Daniel governor of Babylon and chief of all his advisors. He also gave important posts to Daniel's friends, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Later, the king gave orders for a statue to be built, 90 feet high, 9 feet wide, and made of solid gold. He had it set upon the plain of Dura, and with great pomp and ceremony commanded all his officials, governors, captains, and counselors to come and worship the statue as a god. Only Daniel's 3 friends refused. When Nebuchadnezzar learned that his order had been defied, he flew into a rage and demanded that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego be brought before him. If you do not worship as I tell you, shouted the king, I will have you thrown into a fiery furnace and burnt to death. Here is the next picture of that fiery furnace. You can kind of see into the furnace. The three men quietly replied, we will not worship your statue, but our God will save us from the furnace and protect us even from you, great king. We have nothing to fear. Nebuchadnezzar, beside himself with rage, had the furnace heated to 7 times its usual heat. Then the men, fully clothed, were thrown into the flames. But as he watched, Nebuchadnezzar saw to his astonishment that the 3 men walked through the fire unharmed, and that beside them stood an unknown 4th man. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, come out of the furnace, said the king, his voice full of awe. As they stepped from the flames, everyone saw that not a hair was singed, not a thread of clothing was burnt. Nebuchadnezzar took each in turn by hand. From this day, the Jewish people may worship their God, who sent his angel to rescue these men, he vowed, and I will decree that my people too shall worship only your God. Then he embraced the 3 friends and gave them positions of great power in the government of Babylon. I hope you enjoyed the story, and I hope you enjoy the craft. Have a great day.